How's it going? My name is Chris Hill, and today I'm giving a presentation on how to give presentations. So, you may be asking, Chris, how do I give presentations? I'm nervous. I don't know what to do. I don't really give a lot of presentations. What can I do? Well, good news for you. I have a type of flow chart, a diamond, as I like to call it, Hill's diamond of presentation necessities. And these are the things that are going to help you give confident speeches and give confident presentations. So the first thing that you need at the top of it, the diamond that stems from everything, is confidence. Confidence is what everything is going to stem from, right? If you don't have confidence in your speech, in your presentation, in whatever you're talking about, whatever you're doing, you are not going to succeed. You're going to have a bad presentation. So you have to have confidence in that presentation. So everything flows from that, right? Going left to right, we have loud voice. You need to have a loud voice when giving a speech, especially in front of a large group of people. In a one-on-one setting like this, you can be a little more timid and a little less booming in your voice. However, you should still be booming. But you're giving a presentation to a class or in an auditorium or in front of hundreds of people. If you're giving a presentation, you need to be able to have a loud voice so that people can hear you. The second thing is movement. If you're talking to a ton of people, you need to move around. You need to move from left to right. You don't want to be stationary. You don't want to be a stick. You need to be able to move around because then it makes people feel more involved. And then the third thing is eye contact. What you need to do is you need to go, if you're speaking to a group of people, if you're speaking to one person, then you just need to keep eye contact with them throughout the whole thing. Just like a regular conversation. But if you're giving a speech and a presentation to multiple people in an auditorium or a classroom or wherever, you need to pick maybe 5 people in the crowd, right? And as you're moving, you make eye contact with them and you get them involved and it makes everyone else feel involved. And then these all coalesce into the 3 words that I like to think about when I'm giving a presentation. Scan the room. You need to scan the room. So what does scan the room mean? Well, you're moving around, you're making eye contact with people throughout, and you're projecting your voice. You're making everyone feel involved. So those are the things that I like to do for a presentation. Now, there's other things that people like in presentations too. Your presentations aren't just how you talk, it's actually the information in them. And the first thing that you need are images. Now, images, people like images. Just fact of the matter, people like images. They like seeing things. They don't like just seeing a blank white canvas with text on it. If they want to do that, they can read a book, right? And then the images that you want are going to be examples of things that are related to your presentation. So for example, if I'm giving a presentation on police work, I'd do photos of policemen. And so, because this is a presentation on speech giving or presentations, here's photos of people giving presentations. The second thing you're going to want are graphs. Graphs help convey information. They give you statistics. People can understand that because they see numbers. They're like, okay, that makes sense. They give your presentation credibility. If I was just sitting up here with, saying things, who cares, But having stats behind me makes me look kind of smart. And that's the third thing. It makes you look smarter than you are. It gives you better credibility. For example, I have this graph right here about public speaking. Experiences when speaking in public, a lot of people, their fears and stuff like that, and that could be helped with my diamond of speech necessities. And then finally, tables. They give the speaker credibility, especially when you are the one who makes the table. So I have a table here, the markers of a successful speaker. They're confident, they make eye contact, and they project their voice, and they move across the room. And then they scan the room. And then markers of an unsuccessful speaker. They lack confidence. They don't make eye contact. They don't move around. They don't project their voice. They don't scan the room. And these are all things that are quintessential for giving a good presentation. And tables especially, you can use that to convey, especially like what is good and what is not good. And that is my presentation. Thank you.